All right, this is Jake Berry. I'm here with Aaron Nixon, former Mac High Bulldog, but now current UT Longhorn pitcher. Aaron, when you look at your career, albeit your freshman year of college, when you look back at it, what were some of the moments that you remember the most? I mean, because it was a stellar season.
I mean, it was just a great atmosphere, even though it was kind of restricted because of COVID. Towards the end there, I mean, we just had a great atmosphere playing all these great teams, and we had a great team, and we have a lot of people coming back this year, so it's going to be a great year this year as well. And I mean, I just remember the TCU series the most. It was a crazy series, packed out. It was like our first real like that atmosphere of game, and it was just nuts. We played really well, and it was to basically clinch the Big 12 title, and it was a big series and great atmosphere. I loved it.
Now, you've played a lot of meaningful games, coming up to this, especially in high school, then the stuff you were doing outside of high school baseball. But when you finally took the mound, when you got to college, when you got to UT, what was that experience like? Because I mean, your social media campaign there at UT baseball is spectacular. But I don't know if it still grabs people the way it would for you, being right there on the field. What was it like for you, like that moment where you took the field?
Well, it was definitely awesome because I committed at such a young age, and I was waiting up to that moment for a while. And I really wanted to go play at UT because it's awesome to be a part of that. And, and it's just great. But I just took it like every other game because, I mean, that's what you got to do at that level. You can't let anything get too big, even though it was an awesome moment. And I just took it like it was like a high school game, and just did what I had to do and execute my pitches and just get it done. Yes, sir.
Now, I imagine you've watched some of those social media posts that you guys have because you have that great lens. They're right there in your face right after a game. When you see yourself after a game, especially those big moments, like, what does that make you feel like? I can't imagine it because, nobody wants to record me.
I mean, it's awesome. In the moment, I kind of zone out when I pitch and I just focus. But after I see it because it's all real stuff, like that's real emotion right there. And I just love it. It's just great. A lot of adrenaline. And after the game, watching how it went on, it's great. I love to see it. It's awesome.
Now, you going into college, there was talk about, the seniors that were getting to stay for another year. What was that like? Because you're going to have to compete against seniors that you thought would be gone by the time you got there. But then also you got the playing time. But what was it like getting there and then having to really work for that spot?
I think it was great for the team, because we had a lot of experience coming back with some fifth-year guys, and they had to come back because of COVID and stuff like that. I think we had a lot of experience and guys who've been there for a while and knowing what it takes. So I think it was great to compete against those guys and day in and day out work with them because I think we got a lot better. They got the younger players a lot better, and they fed off of us too. So I think it was just great for the team. Great environment.
Now, when you were there, was there a moment that you were on the mound? You've got to, close it out. You guys need to win. But was there a batter that you were hyped for the moment, but you were also a little scared?
No, not really. I'm telling you, when I pitch, I have like a different demeanor on the mound. I feel like it's my comfort place, and nothing really can get to me. No moment. It's my comfort place on the mound, and I'm never scared. I'm just wanting to execute pitches and get the job done because that's the ultimate goal: help my team win.
Now, I'm looking at your ERA was a little bit over 2.
Mm-hmm.
You pitch outstanding throughout the year. How do you better that your sophomore season?
Well, I went in there basically not knowing what was coming. I was like, I'm coming in here from high school, see how it goes. And then I did pretty well, but now I've experienced a full year, played the College World Series, and done a lot of that stuff. And I know what I needed to work on. I got some different pitches. I sequenced my stuff better. Just figured out some mechanical work, get my body right, stuff like that. That just really is going to help me during this long season to sequence pitches and get hitters off balance and stuff like that.
Now, I think we've talked about it before in other interviews. You have a lot of steam on the ball, but you also are a pinpoint like Maddox. Like, what did your coaches say about your game as far as comparing you to somebody?
Well, they harp on command a lot because I mean you can throw as hard as you can in the world and you can't command it. It doesn't mean anything. So I think you have to have a little bit best of both worlds, and they believe that too. You have to throw pretty hard, and but command is a big part of the game because command can get a lot of hitters out at any level, and that's what they harp on. They tell us all about that, and I don't know. They haven't really given me a comparison yet, but I don't know. I like Liam Hendricks and Craig Kimbrell. I love them. I mean, they're just high adrenaline guys. They command the fastball, command all pitches, and it's awesome to watch them. I see a lot of myself in them.
Now, this year you got to benefit from the name, image, likeness, or name. There's a name NIL, right? Is it
Yeah.
NIL? Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that like for you? Because first time for college students to really get to profit off of their name, their image, and their likeness.
Well, UT's done a great job of showing us like what we need to do and having the compliance office to like get all our stuff in there, and they've done a great job doing that. So I mean, we're still learning and stuff since it's so new still, but I think it's really going to kick off during season because I mean we're going to have a lot of cameras on us and stuff like that. It's going to really kick off, but um, honestly, like it can be a distraction to some people, and you just got to take it for what it is and take it slow. I mean, because you're here to play baseball, and that's what you're here to do, and everything else will grow off of that for sure.
And what was that like when you got to college? You talk about, you're there for baseball, but you're also there for your education. What was it like? Because it's not easy being a college athlete and then having to balance your education.
It wasn't that bad at all. I think McAllen ISD gave me a great base for that, and like they really help us there to get everything because we're traveling all the time. We're doing homework on the road. I have like Zoom tutors on the road just to help me, and UT does a great job with that and helping us get through that because it gets hard sometimes, especially during the end of the season. We have finals and we're about to go in the postseason. We're studying on bus rides and stuff like that, but they really help us time manage there and get everything done.
Oh, very cool. And if you could paint a picture for how you want next season to go, where do you see UT baseball?
The last team standing, for sure. It's the last team standing. That's what we're going for. We have a better team than last year. We're more experienced. We have a lot of guys coming back, and we're ready to fight for sure.
How much did you like going to Omaha?
It was a great experience. I mean, 25,000 people in the stands, millions watching. I mean, it's just awesome, and the team was excited because we worked hard day in, day out all year, and never took a day off. And I mean, it didn't end up like we wanted to, but I mean, it was a great season, and I love doing it with my brothers.
All right. I guess the last question is this: in high school, you started. You were a starting pitcher. What's it like going from being a starter to being relief?
I mean, the reliever role is a lot of high energy, a lot of adrenaline coming in. You coming in some crazy situations, and I like it. I enjoy it, and I help the team win like that, and that's what they needed me for. And I'm just there to help the team win, and I love it. It's awesome. I'm just happy I'm pitching. It's a lot of fun.
Do you see yourself as a major league reliever, or do you see yourself as a starter eventually?
I can do both. I started my whole life, and actually closed my freshman year of high school. Coach Bumpo, I was a closer then. So I got some experience there. I mean, it wasn't like UT experience, but I still got some experience. And I mean, I can do both, so whatever that team needs me for, I will do.
Man, sky's the limit. Last year, I actually wanted to go to a game. I wasn't able to go to a game. This year, I plan on going to at least three because it's incredible, man. What you guys are doing there, what you're doing especially is just awesome.
I mean, it's gonna be a great year. I mean, this is the season that we're gonna go a long way. It's gonna be awesome. We have the guys to do it. So we're gonna play a lot of great teams too. So it's gonna be very competitive.
Well, Aaron, I appreciate you being the first person to be on this new show. I'm starting something again. It's called Very Genius. Far from genius, but yeah, it's called Very Genius. And I appreciate having players like you that were awesome high school athletes, students, and now being in college, and who knows where else. It's incredible.
Awesome. It was a pleasure having me here. Thank you.
Thank you.